No contact psychology/guide, cheat sheet. Preface this by saying I was on this sub 2 to 3 years ago. I'm over my ex completely. Took time. I failed NC multiple times, fell for their breadcrumbing and extended my suffering. This is my attempt at a comprehensive list/cheat sheet at the psychology behind it all. Hoping it'll help a lot of you skip the non-essential parts of the process of healing/moving on. There's nuance, but there are universalities as well. The majority of the time I think my observation/advice below is accurate. 1. Don't stay friends. You cannot be friends with someone you still love. Dumpees will offer this sometimes. 2 things. They do this to alleviate their own guilt in hurting you. Once the guilt is alleviated, you'll notice the friendship contact go down less and less. Sometimes to 0. 2. They'll keep you on the line as a backup. You'll think, due to false hope, there's a chance. They'll date others while breadcrumbing you/keeping you as a backup under the guise of friendship. If they find a better person, it's virtually guaranteed the contact with you will go ghost or reduce to such small levels it'll hurt. You can only be friends once you're completely over them. 9/10 times you won't want them as a friend after getting over them. 2. You were dumped before you were dumped. Unfortunately, a lot of people will break up with someone mentally 2 to 3 months before actually dumping them. Those with less than stellar moral character will also look for a replacement during this 3-month stretch. This is the biggest reason you see OMG they have a BF/GF after only a week of breaking up. Did I mean nothing? You meant something. They just used you to get over you during that 3-month stretch. You're left empty and alone. Blindsided. You just have to accept they mentally dumped you months ago, then waited to line up a replacement before breaking up. It wasn't a surprise to them, just to you. 3. False hope. Breadcrumbing creates false hope. Most false hope, IMO, is due to you valuing yourself as lesser than them. You think they were so special/unique. I'll never find someone like that again. Personally for me this was because I was at rock bottom. Obese, not happy with my job, life, and so on. You should realize you have a ton of potential. Most of the time we feel this way, because we feel like we can't get better. We can. That's why self-improvement is always prescribed after being dumped. When you're a better version of yourself, you're not going to want to go back to your ex. You'll most likely find someone equal or better. Don't hold yourself back, by holding out for them. Don't wait at a station for a train that may or may not ever come. Don't misconstrue them checking your stories/posts as them wanting you back. 99% of the time they're just curious how you're doing. Dumpers are always curious if an ex is doing better or worse. It means nothing. Don't grasp at this false hope. 4. Pain versus suffering. Pain is inevitable when being dumped. Follow the process, stages of grief, heal, and move on. Suffering is avoidable. What is suffering? Suffering equals keeping tabs on them, agreeing to friendship when you're not ready for friendship, venting to them about how hard it is getting over them, and so on. When you feel this way, this is when blocking is suggested. Some are fine just hiding their stories/posts. Others have their wounds reopened when they see these posts/stories/keep tabs on them. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is avoidable. 5. What happens when I'm over them? You no longer think of them. If you flew past them in growth you're not going to want them anymore. Dumpees tend to grow way more than dumpers. Dumpers dumped you. They don't see any reason to improve. In their minds they're already a complete package. If you follow the process correctly you'll be in a position to find way better than them. You just can't see this now, if you're at rock bottom all around in life. 6. Even during no contact I can't stop thinking/dreaming of them. This is normal. This fades. Time varies on how long the relationship lasted. I still dream of my ex once a year now, 3 years now. It started with hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, then finally yearly. Your brain subconsciously is letting the idea of them die slowly. It's unavoidable. Try and find a moment of logic and understand why it's happening. It's not some spiritual sign to get back with them. It's your brain throwing the final piles of dirt on the grave. 7. They came back. Is this possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. A lot of the times if you handle the dumping properly, introspection, therapy, self-improvement, mental, body, and so on, an ex can't help but to see this and think they leveled the fuck up. I want them again. If they come back, vet them. They need to address why they dumped you, how they learned, what they're doing to improve to make a potential reconciliation relationship work, etc. Their words and actions have to result in tangible results. Those results are subjective to the dumpee. Don't just accept them with open arms and continue where you left off. This is a recipe for disaster, and reopening a wound into an even bigger wound. Vet them. You've improved. You can get equal or way better. Why go back to frozen food, when you now attract filet mignon? 8. More of a tip for animal lovers. Get a pet. My cats legit saved my life during my darkest stages of being dumped. Dogs, cats, and so on are God's gift to earth. They cuddled me when I was in bed crying. They laid on my chest when I hit dark episodes. Give them an amazing life, Because they'll give you infinity healing. 9. Bonus topic: what did I do while getting over them? I dove deep into therapy, psychology, the gym, traveling, friends/family time, time with my pets, journaling, and so on. I wrote down what makes a man a catch. I developed those skills. I've done so much dating since then, and feel like I have a toolset now. I always say heartbreak is one of the biggest character developing events in your life, if you handle it right. I actually feel bad for those who have never been heartbroken. The immense growth and introspection is priceless. When you love yourself fully and can be alone with no issues, you're almost godlike. Ken, don't do it. I've lost friends to suicide over them being heartbroken. I remember my back against a wall, sliding down in the corner, crying, and thinking if I end it, the pain is gone. Don't. I wake up every day looking back on my growth, experiences, and life. It's all been worth it. None of which I've never would have experienced if I didn't hold the line. Hold the line. You'll get through this. You have so much to offer and gain from the future. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Seek therapy. Talk it out with friends/family/therapist. The world has missed out on greatness from so many individuals, because of a temporary pain. Your life is more than your pain. Pain subsides. Who knows how many you will reach when you successfully heal. You will heal. Reach your potential. It's your destiny. You have the tools. You know the psychology now. That's all I can think of for now. You'll get through this. You'll be fine. It's going to be okay. See you at the top of the mountain.